This week on Parenting Paused, I thought we would talk a little bit more about honesty. I've been thinking about this topic so much in relation to parenting because we focus on this often. We so want to teach our children to be honest, and yet often when they are honest, I really want you to think about this one. This one's a big one. When they are honest with what they're feeling or what they're sensing or they're expressing, we don't want to hear it. I mean, really think about that. So honesty, let's talk about it. Honesty is about my experience of what is going on. It doesn't relate so deeply with truth. Truth may be your truth or the culture's truth or the religion's truth, but where I like to come in with honesty, especially with myself and with children, is honestly, this is what is going on in my experience. And as I say, we often don't want to hear that. When children don't like something, we don't want to hear it. When they feel different than we do, we often don't want to hear it. When they have, like I say, a different opinion, or they want to speak up for what they believe, it's different than ours, we often don't want to hear it. So when we talk about honesty often, in most of the parenting questions I get, what do you do when your kid lies? Well, honestly, I believe I taught my daughter to lie. And I think we as parents teach them to lie. Because they know if they actually tell us the truth, often they are not going to get the reaction or the response that they're looking for. And so we actually train them to tell white lies in a way to make us comfortable. Now, I know this might make you a little uncomfortable hearing this. I know it did me too. But I had to ask myself, okay, if that is the high value for me, honesty, am I actually open to hearing my daughter's honest truth, especially when it is different than mine? And often I wasn't. It was so hard because I really wanted her to believe like I believed, or to tell me what I wanted to hear, or to tell others what I felt they wanted to hear, to be comfortable, to make them comfortable. So you're going to check this out this week. And as I say, don't take my word for it, because this is all about exploring yourself. But are you often wanting your children to make you feel comfortable more than be honest? Because let's say, especially when they're young and they might be honest about someone, like, well, what's that thing on your face? Or what does your hair look like that? Then we freak out often and we're like, no, don't be honest, be nice. Don't be honest, be kind, or whatever we say to them. Because even though we say that we highly value honesty, I personally found that I valued getting along or pleasing more than I valued honesty, because honesty can be very uncomfortable. And ask yourself as the parent, if your child is speaking something honestly, meaning their experience honestly, it's not so much truth about you, but if they're experiencing their truth and honestly sharing that, such as I don't like you, or I hate you, or whatever comes up, or I don't like Johnny, or Johnny's mean, or I don't like, what he does to me. Do we really, really want to hear it? And ask yourself, can you take it in if your child shares something with you honestly? Now, again, you don't have to believe the story, because remember, it's not truth, but it is their expression of what is going on inside. So if you're willing this weekend, ask yourself, am I willing to hear honestly what they're saying, and say, well, of course you feel that, or of course you think that. I get it. Whew. Before we start to teach them or come to, and the reality is we live in a world where whatever, or Johnny did whatever we're going to tell them. But are you willing, first and foremost, if you have a high value on honesty, to actually honestly hear what your children are expressing. And then also to ask yourself, where do I tell my little white lies in the world instead of honestly telling my truth? All right, lovies, I hope you have a fabulous week this week, and I'll see you again next week on Parenting Paused. Thank you for listening to this episode of Parenting Paused. If you enjoyed the episode, do me a favor and share it with your mama friends. You can also leave a review wherever you listen, which will support getting the Pure Joy message out. Come on over to the Pure Joy Parenting Practice Facebook page or join me on Instagram to hear more. And don't forget to download your free copy of the Safe Seat course on the Pure Joy website. And while there, check out the offerings page to go deeper in the Pure Joy work.